Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. Today we're going to do a map tour of a new modded map, and I know this is a little bit late, but forgive me for that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm not even going to say the name of the map because I really can't pronounce it. So if this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. All right, folks, so as mentioned, we're going to do a new map tour. So I think it's pronounced, and this isn't even close, probably, Przemasy Wielkie? Something like that. It might be a Polish map. The title's in Polish. It doesn't say anything in the description as far as where it's from. The title is Polish. It's by PrzemsoN. There's probably a way to say that, but I can't say it. So this map is available for all platforms. There are 20 fields on this map, very large ones, and there's some forestry areas as well. We'll look at all that. So I started off in new farmer mode with seasons on, and the only reason I have seasons on is so I can show you guys the snow at the very end of this map tour. You start off with $100,000. I only have $53,900 left because I made a purchase already. I bought a pickup truck for us to use to drive around the map here in a bit. You have a very generous amount of starting equipment and starting land here on this farm. So if we go into the map, we'll go, actually, let's turn autosave off before I forget, and let's slow the time back down before I forget. So yeah, it's already 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so on here, this is your starting farm. So this map, if you look at it here, you're like, okay, it's not that big of a map. It looks kind of small, but no, it's actually a very large map. It is a decent sized map. I mean, it's probably about a normal size map, kind of like your average map, not a smaller one. So what you start off land-wise, you start off with field 10 here worth 350,000, and this area here worth 293, so almost 300. So a lot of assets right off the bat. The smallest field is field 12 right here, which is 88,000 to buy, and your biggest field is field 19, which is 2.3 million to buy. So lots of different stuff around and about. Everyone's going to want to know this. The BGA is right here. It's 230,000 to buy. You can't buy a lot of these little in-between areas either. You can buy that, sorry, but not these in-between areas, and you can't do anything on the edge of the map. So forest areas, you kind of have this guy right here and this guy right here. So this is actually a really large forest area, and you'll see in a second. So it looks like there may not be a lot of forestry, but there actually is more than you would think. So this one's 363, this one's 831 to buy. So there you have it. If we get out here, we start off looking right like this. This is your house, so we'll go ahead and take a look around the house. Very well done, detailed house, so nice stuff. You got a laptop pulled up here, which I don't know what's on the laptop, but there you have it. Maybe it's a picture of the farm or something. Yeah, I like it. It's not nice. I would like this kitchen. It looks really nice, kind of old school, but I dig it. If we come out here, this door doesn't open. Come around here, there's a coat rack there. This guy, I don't think you can close. No, you can't. But anywhere inside the house, there's the sleep trigger. So if we come out, here is your big farmyard, and we'll actually go ahead and take a look at the starting equipment here in the store first. So if we go into the garage, starting equipment, you have 3 tractors, very generous starting equipment, by the way. So you have the Fendt 310 Vario, 110 horsepower. You have the Massey Ferguson 5610, which is 105 horsepower, so a little less than the Fendt. Then you have this little guy here, which has 99 horsepower. It's the New Holland T5 100. You also start off with a very large combine, 387 horsepower, 10,000 liter capacity. It's the John Deere T560. That's the pickup I bought. You don't start with that, so don't think you're going to have that. You have 1 trailer, which is good. I wish they would have more. You have a header, so you have a 7.6 meter threshing header or grain header when you start off here, and that goes to the John Deere. You have a small cultivator, 3 meters. You have a small seeder, and again, this is not a direct drill, so be aware of that. You also start off with a weight, which is actually kind of nice because you usually kind of need one, or you are going to want one pretty quick. You also have, which these are pretty much the in-game animal pens, but they do say mod at the bottom, not sure why. So you have a large cattle pasture, large pig enclosure, large sheep pasture, large horse paddock, and large chicken coop that you start with all on your farm here. You also have a large grain silo for storage, a doubled large bunker silo, so you have basically everything you need, a hay loft, and a couple easy sheds. You have a water station, and then that's the farmhouse, which I'm assuming is this guy right here. Yeah, it is. Okay, sweet. Yeah, this is a farm. This is like the farmhouse that they have on other maps, but anyhow, so let's take a look around the farmyard here. This is not, so just like in the other maps, this isn't like a repair trigger or anything like that. So here you have your tractors, your combine, your header, and one of the easy sheds, and then this guy right here is going to be, oh boy, this is pigs, isn't it? Yeah, this is pigs. I should know that. I have one of these in my No Man's Land series right now. Yep, this is pigs. Perfect. Yep, this is chickens here. So these are just standard. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these because they're just standard in-game, basically. And here you have sheep. Yep, okay, perfect. Your 2 large bunker silos. And then over here you have this a horse paddock. Yeah, this is gonna be the horse paddock right over here. I actually have never used the in-game horse paddock. I've only used the modded smaller ones. So, yep. And then over here you have your cow barn. So there you have it. Over here you have your grain silo and your hayloft right next to each other. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, all the other stuff you have over here, all your equipment's over here. So you might think, well, the equipment's not great, but honestly, you have 3 tractors, which is fantastic. You don't normally get that. You have a really nice combine. You may not have the best of like this kind of equipment, but if you think about it, if you were going to do crops, then just go into here, or excuse me, go into the store here and sell all the animal pens if you're not going to do animals, and that'll clear out this whole area, which, by the way, this is a clear area just for placing stuff. If you start off and start from scratch, oh, and there's the water placeable right there in the center. You start from scratch, or you do farm manager. That's the other mode. But yeah, so that's actually, I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm going to do it for this one just because it'll be easier for you to kind of see the layout if we go do this. So here's your layout of your starting farm. So really nice. And you don't own field 12. That's that small field at the end there, but you do own that big field right there. That's looks cultivated right now. So I do like this here, the pond that's right outside the farm. I do like that quite a bit. But yeah, so you have a huge area. So if you sold off all the animal pens, even if you kept the bunker silo, you'd have a huge area to do stuff with. So, I mean, you could build this into a bigger field, like just you could make a big field down there. So yeah, and that's a lot of money you could get right off the bat by selling all that stuff off. So that is a really good advantage to this. Let me turn this stuff back on. All right, so we've gone over that stuff. I'm trying to see if make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take a drive around the map. We'll look at some of the sell points and stuff, which, I was like, why aren't they turning or coming on? But there we are. Okay, so we're probably just going to head out, and there is also a train. We'll take a look at the train here. Let me make sure I'm able to get to the train. Switch the trains on. Okay, so we'll take a look at the train as well. But yeah, so what we're going to do, we're probably just going to head up this way. And there's railroad silos just like anything else when there's trains. We'll head up this way, head over, check out the grain mill, probably head back over this way. We'll check out this here, the animal dealer, come up around here, check out that train station mill, come around down here, check out the BGA, the lime stations down here at the BGA. Check out the sawmill, this railroad silo, the ranch, which is in our sell point here. And then we'll go back over and finish off at the restaurant and spinnery. And that should cover everything, right? Yeah, sweet. And we'll also take a look at this little area here because it's kind of nifty. There's just some nice little detail there that they've added. But yeah, so this map tour shouldn't take, honestly, too long. It's not that big of a, well, it's a huge map, but it doesn't have like a ton of stuff going on. As far as sell points go, you're looking in here, contracts, they do have them available for you. And they're going to be paying out quite a bit because the fields are huge. I honestly really like this map. This is kind of my style map. Big equipment, more flat. Bigger fields. I would do this on start from scratch and just work my way up, starting doing contracts and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so you have no starting loan, obviously. Contracts are turned on, which is pretty sweet. And here's the different sell points we'll take a look at. You got the barn, just like anything else, sawmill, spinnery. You have the train station mill, sell point, restaurant, ranch, grain mill, and central grain elevator. So essentially 5 sell points, or 5 major sell points. So we'll go ahead and drive around and take a look at everything. I do really like this feature here. I think this is really nifty. I know some people probably won't like it, but I bet you could even landscape over it if you wanted to flatten it out. I mean, you couldn't really get rid of the bridge, but you could get rid of the pond if you wanted to use the land for something. The traffic, there is traffic on here. It does move very, very slow to the point that it can become annoying at times, but you just have to get over it. You're going to play on here, but this map looks really cool. I'm going to try not to get any collisions, which is not going to be likely. But yeah, and if you're new to my channel, I'm called Farmer Cop because I'm a full-time police officer and I play a lot of farming simulators, so I really enjoy it. But here is your first sell point right here, and we are at the central grain elevator, right? Yes, okay. Central grain elevator is going to, and I think they mostly take all the same. Yeah, there's a couple of differences. So central grain elevator, so we're looking at wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soy, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, eggs, and milk. So quite a few things on here. And also too, the barn isn't going to pay you for loose products in seasons, period. That's why that's like that. Normally it will pay you for that stuff, but just be aware since we're on seasons, in case you don't play on seasons very often. And we'll go look at the map in snow at the very end. Some people don't care about that. And this is a railroad silo here, right? Yep, railroad silo east. So here's your railroad silo here. Drive through here. Perfect. All right. Head back over here. And then we will keep heading up and we'll take a look at the store. The store is going to be up here on your left. Coming up. All right, here we are. So yeah, here's your store. So pretty big area for stuff to place. There's your workshop triggers over there in the corner. And then your buy, there's going to be a buy trigger. I bet you it's over here. We'll go find it. You also have, looks like, is that a lime station? Yeah, you got a lime station here, which I kind of like that. When I bought this truck, it spawned kind of where that shadow line is. It kind of spawns along that line, or in that area at least. But there should be a store trigger somewhere, you would think. Well, of course, it's probably inside. We'll see if we can go inside. But this doesn't look like you can go inside. But yeah, here's your workshop trigger, like I mentioned. There may not be a store trigger, which just kind of is what it is. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of this stuff you can go in. So maybe there's not a store trigger here. Not really a big deal. I don't ever use the store trigger anyways, or very rarely do I use the store trigger. But yeah, so we will head up and we will go take a look at that grain mill that's off in the corner there. Try not to get in a head-on collision. But yeah, this map is it seems like a lot of people I think are gonna hate on it because they're gonna think it's boring and whatever else, but I really like it. I think it's just a decent map. It's just something a little bit different. I could see why you could get bored on it if you played on it for 300 hours, but I mean, I honestly love this map, and with the amount of stuff you can do now in Farming Simulator with customization and with mods and stuff, you could still do whatever you want. It is very flat, very, very level, so there's so many things you could do with it really if you really wanted to. Which I think a lot of people just kind of take it at face value and say, yeah, no, it's not a map for me, which is fine, you know, but just be aware there's more options for you. And I do like that you can just, look at this, you could bring in a big old semi-truck full of grain or whatever you're trying to sell, pull in here, dump it off, and you got a loop to head out. So yeah, that's pretty sweet there. And this is the grain mill, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Grain mill, here we are. Okay, we'll go back to the beginning here. So it's going to take wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soy, corn. It's also going to take potatoes and sugar beets, as well as sugarcane, eggs, and milk. So the same thing that the central grain elevator took. All right, and I'm going to go ahead, and you probably don't need to watch me drive this way. I'm going to bring you guys back in when I get closer to the barn. All right, here we are coming up on the intersection we crossed over. So we're heading towards the barn now. If you look down on the map in the bottom left-hand corner. So here's the barn, and it also has the animal dealer as part of it. And again, it's pretty well built. I really like it. It looks nice. So you got your sell point up here, which, ooh, be careful. Can you, oh, you can fall on those, so be careful coming onto these. Those are not solid across, so they are as they look. Yeah, this nifty little area here. Here's your buy point for animals right here, the animal dealer. So yeah, pretty nifty. A lot of this stuff has been in maps before, like a lot of the buildings and stuff on here, so it's not terribly original, but I still really dig it. I really like this map quite a bit. Here's probably the most intense hills right there on the map. And actually, we're going to want to go... Yeah, we're going to want to hook a right here. Well, actually, let's go down. We'll take a look at this, and then we'll head back up and head over. So, yeah, we'll take a look at this. So this is, again, is one of the big forestry areas that you have if you are looking to do forestry. And that's... This map is fantastic. You could do forestry and all sorts of other stuff, and after you clear that, you could do whatever you want with it. Which, again, it's kind of a... The forestry area is a little bit more intense, but, yeah. So you got some nice decorative stuff in here. Little shipwreck off there. So kind of nifty. Yeah, decent little decorations and stuff like that. But yeah, all right, we'll head back up this way, and I'd probably just leave you in here for this because there's not really, I mean, it's just a little distance here. But yeah, this would definitely really suck, or this would actually be really suck to drive like slow tractors across this map selling grain and stuff to different points. So either get auto drive installed and use auto drive and make auto drive routes everywhere, or get a semi-truck pretty early on so you can use that to transport stuff a lot quicker. Or just a faster tractor for that matter. All right, we'll head up this way. So up here, we're going to have the train station mill, which is a sell point. So we'll go take a look at that real quick. And yeah, this one being all the way in the corner, it's from if you look at down the left-hand corner at the map, it'd be a lot easier to leave your farm and head to the railroad silo east and then transport it that way. It just would be. So yeah. But here you are. Here is the train station mill. So if we take a look at what the train station mill is going to buy, they're going to buy wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers, soy, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, and that is everything that they will buy. So similar to the other two sell points, but not quite everything that those ones had. They don't do milk or eggs here. All right, let's take a look at what we got going on. So yeah, we're gonna head down there and take a look at the biogas plant and the lime station. So we'll drive down there, and I'm gonna try not to off-road it too much, but and again, it's not gonna take us too long to get there, so I'm just gonna leave you guys in here. There's not gonna be a lot of cuts in this one, just because the map's pretty straightforward. It makes it pretty easy to make a loop around here. And there's not a ton going on. Like, honestly, it's a pretty basic map, but gosh, it's out of the 3 that have come out, this is one of my favorite ones. I really like this map quite a bit. Also, if you watch my pre-Alps 19 map guide, all those gates do work. You just have to wait until 9, not 8. So, my bad. But yeah, here you go. Here's the BGA. It looks familiar, I'm sure, because I believe it's the one from Ravenport, I want to say. And then here's a lime station right here. So, yeah, pretty nifty, pretty standard. You got your digester there, and you have your digestate they can get over there. But yeah, let's see what we have left. I also want to take a look at the train too. So, yep, we'll go down here. We're gonna loop down here, take a look at the sawmill, the railroad silo west, the ranch, and then we will head over to the restaurant spinnery, look at the train, and then we'll get some snow loaded up in here for you guys. All right, make sure I don't get lost here. Very terrible sense of directions. All right. I do like the little water features that are around this map. I do like them. I think they look nice. They add something to the map for sure. All right, here's our lumber mill. Nothing terribly ecstatic. I like you can just pull straight onto here, sell your stuff, and you can still, if you wanted to, or at least most vehicles probably can loop around. Those are some very tall stacks of lumber. And then back here you have your wood chip sell point. So you got that going for you. And then over here we have, this is the railroad silo, right? Yeah, railroad silo west. So we'll drive through this guy, and then we will head out to look at the ranch sell point. And I do like this feature coming up right here. So this guy, instead of having to go over a railroad crossing here, it just has a bridge, which is kind of nifty. So, I mean, maybe not nifty if you have a low horsepower tractor and you're hauling quite a load over the bridge, but otherwise it's pretty nifty. And you see it's got that kind of dirt track through there, so I like that. That's the entrance to that field essentially, or what they've set up to be. I mean, you could just drive off here, but that's pretty cool. I like that they did that. All right, we'll loop around in here. There's a lot going on in this little area here. So yeah, that's where that goes to the dirt track. This comes over to the ranch sell point. So here you have the ranch, and these are some pretty tall sell points, I will say that. But yeah, pretty nifty little area here. So we'll take a look at what the ranch is going to buy. The ranch, okay. Ranch could buy wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, eggs, and milk. So basically the same as the grain mill and central grain elevator. Yeah. I kind of like that, even though they don't have a ton of sell points, they all are taking most of the stuff, just because that makes it so, there's going to be a little bit of you shopping around trying to figure out which place has the best prices and everything like that. So I do like that quite a bit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll check out the spinnery and the restaurant. And here's another large forestry area on the left. So here's the other one. As you can see, there's quite a few hills in there. You make sure I don't hit any light posts as I'm driving, but yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Coming up on the restaurant here, there's also the fuel point, which is probably pretty important. Here's another one of those railroad bridges. And that one also goes over that road too. I really like that. Yeah, so coming into here, this is, gosh, what is this now? It's going to be your spinnery. Yep, that's right. Okay, spinnery here, restaurant there, fuel point in the middle. So here's your spinnery, which your spinnery is going to take cotton and wool. It takes basically that. I think it's the only place that buys those on this map. Your fuel point's in there, so nice little gas station, and then you have another sell point here, which is the restaurant. How do you get into that fuel station? That's not the biggest entrance. Oh, there's an entrance over there. I was like, this is not a very good entrance. Yeah, not terribly exciting what the sell points are here, or what the fuel station is here. So we'll take a look at the restaurant. A restaurant is going to buy barley, wheat, oats, canola, sunflower, soy, corn, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane, eggs, and milk. So again, very, very similar to the other 2 or 3 sell points. So there you have it. All right, let's tab over to the train, which it should tab us over to. Perfect, here we are. We're not going to ride all the way around on the train, but yep, train can go 74 miles an hour. Looks like you got a couple of grain tanks. You got a lumber car on there. So yeah, pretty nifty. Here we are. Yeah, there's a train. All right, guys. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get some snow loaded up on here, and then I'll bring you guys back in. All right, here we have some snow. So some of the buildings don't look like they have really a good snow mask on. But otherwise, it's on here, you know. It cuts off at the bridge. It seems a little clunky, I'll be honest, but not too bad, not terrible. So it doesn't seem like everything on here is really kind of prepared for it, but looks like a lot of the stuff is. I do like that the roads are covered, because a lot of maps they won't get covered on it. So it feels like the last couple of maps that have come out, they've been covered on there. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty sweet. Sorry, the game's lagging a little bit, but anyhow, this is going to be kind of it. So if you guys enjoy, please drop a like down below. If you have anything you want to see in future videos, or anything you have to say about this video, please comment down below as well. Oh, we're losing control. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. There'll be a subscribe button up on your screen, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys, and thank you for watching.